Welcome to Aman Jaiswal's YouTube channel. As a part of my series in the gimbal, where I have talked about many features and practical aspects of how to use the gimbal to make your photography even better, today I will talk to you about another very interesting part of the gimbal, which is called the RavenEye. RavenEye allows you to transmit an video or an image that you are shooting live to another device. Let's say a phone, so that you can see what is being shot. And if it is being used by the director of photography, he can help you make the necessary corrections in the angles. So today I will tell you how to install, make the connections and use the RavenEye, so that you could make your photography even more interesting than you could without using the RavenEye. There are three ways to install the RavenEye. One, directly on the gimbal below the camera. Second, on top of the camera connected to the gimbal. And third, on the camera but by connecting your external device through the Bluetooth. In the first method, where the RavenEye is mounted on the gimbal, we start when the camera is already installed on the gimbal, and we attach the RavenEye directly to the gimbal. Here we attach the image transmitter or the RavenEye via the cold shoe. We adjust the antennas as shown and keep them away from the motors. To connect the RavenEye and the camera, connect the HDMI port of the image transmitter to the HDMI port of the camera. Use the HDMI cable that has been provided. Please remember, the cables are important and they have to be used correctly. After this, we connect the communication port of the image transmitter to the image transmission port of the gimbal. Here we use the USB-C to USB-C cable. And lastly, we connect the shutter control port of the camera to the RSS control port of the gimbal. This means we have to connect all the three connectors in the correct manner. Now, if there is no cold shoe available on the gimbal, you can attach the cold shoe to a 1/4 inch screw adapter with the image transmitter and use it with the device that has an 1/4 inch screw hole. I would typically use this kind of installation on the RavenEye if I have to attach something on top of my camera. Now, if you come to the second method of installing the RavenEye, here it is installed directly on the camera. So the RavenEye is mounted on the camera and not on the gimbal. Once we have mounted the RavenEye to the camera, we have to connect it to the camera. So connect the HDMI port of the RavenEye to the HDMI port of the camera with the right cable. So here we have two options to use before we go further. First, we can connect the shutter control port of the camera to the RSS control port of the RavenEye. In this option, the camera can only be controlled by the Ronin app. The buttons on the gimbal cannot control the camera. But if we connect the shutter control port of the camera to the RSS control port of the gimbal, in this method the camera can be controlled in two ways. One, by using the buttons on the gimbal, and also the Ronin app. Remember, when we mount the RavenEye to the gimbal or the camera, the gimbal needs to be balanced before use. It is very important to use the correct HDMI cable to connect to the RavenEye and the camera. Please refer to the official DJI website for the most updated camera compatibility list and the DJI Ronin RavenEye transmission compatibility list. The third method of using the RavenEye is again, when you mount it on the camera directly and we connect the cables in an appropriate manner. But here we can connect our mobile device and the image transmitter via Wi-Fi. In this you can use the mobile device to control the camera and access the camera view. I recommend that you turn off your Bluetooth on your mobile device so that it does not interfere with the transmission. Now that we have understood the three ways of connecting the camera to the RavenEye, let's see how to switch on the RavenEye. To power on the gimbal, camera and the image transmitter, the status LED on the image transmitter or the RavenEye indicates the status of the image transmitter. A solid red light indicates it's not connected. A solid blue indicates the HDMI or the Wi-Fi connected and the Ronin app is launched. A solid green indicates both the HDMI and the Wi-Fi connected, and the camera view can be accessed on the Ronin app. Now launch the app and tap connect to the RavenEye. Follow the on-screen instructions to start. Once the gimbal and the Ronin app have been connected, you will see what the camera is seeing. In addition, you will see some settings all around the screen. On the top right, you will see battery level display. This shows the battery level of the image transmitter. System settings shows you how you can make a wide variety of settings. The shooting mode allows you to switch between the photo and the video mode. Shutter record button is used to start taking a photo or a video, or to stop taking the photograph or video. Playback button helps you to view your photographs or videographs that you have taken. The RavenEye Assistant is a very important tool because it helps you to identify whether the subject is overexposed or underexposed. It can also help you to import LUT files to LUT folders and add filter to your mobile. It also helps you to check the RGB and the quality of the exposure. In the camera setting, you can see your display of the aperture, ISO and camera settings. So you can see that you can use the gimbal with the RavenEye and fine tune it to several improvements in settings to suit your requirements. I hope that with all of these settings, you will be able to take good videos with the RavenEye. Now this is the end of my gimbal series. I can see all the love that you people have shown me. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon so that when I upload my next video, you can get notified. And please do not forget to comment, which will really help me.